It's no secret that words like diversity, equality, and inclusion have been weaponized as tools of cancel culture in recent years. Sadly, Virginia has added another word to that list: values. Virginia recently passed a law called the Virginia Values Act. As officials interpret it, the act demands lockstep adherence to the state's views on foundational issues like marriage, sex, and what it means to be male and female. The act threatens Virginia businesses and organizations, including artists and even churches, with up to $100,000 in fines if they fail to fall in line with these government-mandated views. That means a Christian photographer like Bob Updegrove, who gladly serves everyone, is forced, under the Virginia Values Act, to use his artistic talents to photograph same-sex weddings if he photographs weddings between one man and one woman. Incredibly, the Virginia Values Act also forbids Bob from publicly explaining on his own website the religious reasons why he only celebrates wedding ceremonies between one man and one woman. But the Virginia Values Act doesn't stop there. It even extends the long arm of the government into churches, religious schools, and pro-life pregnancy centers. Under the terms of the act, churches and other faith-based organizations are stripped of their right to minister and hire employees according to their mission and core beliefs. Virginia's official seal and motto celebrates America's hard-won victory of liberty over tyranny. Yet, its current crop of lawmakers now think they can demand that a church must choose between potential bankruptcy and abandoning basic beliefs shared by billions of Christians, Jews, and Muslims all over the world. And it's all under the guise of Virginia values. This from the state that produced 4 of the first 5 U.S. presidents, including Thomas Jefferson, whose vision for religious freedom was the gold standard, not just throughout the nation, but throughout the Western world for well over 2 centuries. In one of his letters on the topic of religious liberty, Jefferson wrote that he had sworn upon the altar of God eternal hostility against every form of tyranny over the mind of man. Yet, the tyranny Jefferson so passionately opposed is now alive and well in his home state. And Virginia isn't alone in demanding conformity on issues with deep religious, political, and social significance. More than 20 states have similar laws on the books. Meanwhile, federal lawmakers are considering proposals like the Equality Act and Fairness for All, which weaponize our systems of justice to punish people of good faith because of their beliefs about marriage and the differences between males and females. Faced with crippling fines and no limit to potential attorneys' fees or damages, Bob Updegrove took the state to task, filing a federal lawsuit with the help of Alliance Defending Freedom. ADF also filed a separate lawsuit on behalf of Calvary Road Baptist Church and 3 other religious groups, including CareNet, which supports one of the largest networks of pregnancy centers, churches, and volunteers in the U.S. In the meantime, over 70 churches, schools, and other local businesses have signed an open letter to Governor Ralph Northam and members of the state assembly, urging them to avoid enforcing the law in a manner that requires Virginians of faith to violate their conscience. Our freedoms travel together. A state that can weaponize the law to punish religious believers on Monday can just as easily do the same to non-believers on Tuesday. More to the point, if one state can force a Christian photographer or church to celebrate same-sex marriage, what's to stop another state from forcing a lesbian filmmaker to create a documentary celebrating marriage between a man and a woman as best for society? Government is meant to be freedom's prime defender, not its primary threat. The freedom to disagree and to debate our differences is what makes us American. That's true diversity. What Virginia wants is the polar opposite. It wants government-forced conformity, and that path only destroys freedom and diversity. True diversity of thought and robust debate are values that define American life. Hopefully, Virginia lawmakers recapture those values before it's too late. Follow this case and learn more about the work Alliance Defending Freedom is doing to ensure freedom's future at www.adflegal.org/standforfreedom.